Welcome to the 2024 Home Run Derby.
Big difference, yeah, you know we go hard. We the big hitters.
Powering blast. It is a struggle bus for the polar bear. And that is going to send Bobby Witt Jr. into the finals.
You didn't think we'd not have a swing off at this thing? What? Come on.
Teoscar Hernandez moves on to the finals. 1 to tie for Bobby Witt.
Teoscar Hernandez is the first Dodger Derby champion.
So I'm guessing Teoscar Hernandez liked the new home run derby rules. The Dodgers slugger upset the field en route to becoming the home run derby champ. And it was a tight competition. Hernandez first knocked off the hometown favorite in Adolis Garcia, then won a swing off of Alex Baum before watching Bobby Witt Jr. come up just one homer short of tying him. The drama was certainly there. Let's welcome in our guy, Tim Kurkjian, and get his take on how great of a night it was. Great to see you as always, Tim. How did you like the new home run derby format?
It was great, and you're right. There was tremendous drama. The way that Teoscar Hernandez held off Alec Boehm, who had a real chance to win and then went 3 straight swings without hitting a homer. And then Bobby Witt Jr. against Teoscar in the finals. And let's not forget, Bobby Witt Jr. is a shortstop who could really run, and yet he's hitting tape measure home runs. And to have it come down to a swing off like that, and the last ball was maybe 5 feet from being a home run. I interviewed both guys after the game. That was tremendous, the drama involved in the home run derby.
A little long, Tim. It's over 3 hours. Is it a little long? What's your take?
Yeah, it's a little long, Chris. And I'm not sure there's a way around it because they tried to make it quicker. So maybe we take the first round, and instead of it being 3 minutes and 40 pitches, it's 2 minutes and 27 pitches. I know Frank Thomas said after the game that it's still, too long in the first round. So maybe there's a better way to do it, but there's no denying that was a great, great home run derby, especially in the semifinals and the finals.
Okay, so looking forward to tonight's All-Star Game. The MLB has been playing with the format a little bit. How do you think that they can ultimately improve the experience?
Well, I would like to be like Chris Russo and go back to the days where Willie Mays played the entire game and Cal Ripken Jr. and Tony Gwynn played the entire game. I'd like to see Paul Skenes pitch more than 1 inning. But sadly, that's not going to happen because even though this is an exhibition game, we're just here to make sure we protect the players and no one gets hurt and being taken away from their regular team. But I'd like to see the best players play a little more than 2 or 3 innings in a game. That would be my change.
Tim, I know people are never going to do it again. I like something on the game. I think the home field advantage, I don't want to hear about, best record. They didn't do best record forever. They went rotating. Now they went go best record. I want to put something on the game. I want the manager in the 8th inning managing the game like there's something meaningful. So me, at 11 o'clock at night, it's not an exhibition, and I can sit there and concentrate and look at the pitching changes and matchups, everything else along those lines. I think that's what the game, again, needs. They're never going to do it, but that's what I would like to see. How about that?
Right. You're right. They're never going to do it. It's a different game today. We have interleague play. We have fraternization before games. Everyone's got the same agents and all that stuff. Chris, you remember the days where Pete Rose used to welcome guys into the National League clubhouse, put his finger out and say, we're going to beat that American League team again this year. Back then, there was pride in the leagues. It was the National League against the American League. It doesn't exist that way anymore. So I just say make it an exhibition game, make it as entertaining as possible, and just make sure everyone's really, really trying every time they go out there, which they will. This is not an NBA playoff All-Star game where they clear a lane so LeBron James can go in and dunk it. Paul Skenes is going to be throwing 102 miles an hour at Aaron Judge in the first inning, and that's going to be good enough for me.
Okay, so you just mentioned it. Aaron Judge says he's looking forward to facing Paul Skenes. What do you make of Skenes' amazing start so far?
Well, I'm not sure we've ever seen anything quite like Paul Skenes, who comes out of the minor leagues and then starts the All-Star Game after only 11 starts. But he's the only pitcher in the history of baseball, in his first 11 starts, to strike out this many batters, 89, and have an ERA under 2. And in 2 of those 11 starts, he got taken out of a game after 6 or more with a no-hitter going. It's possible he could have had 2 no-hitters in his first 11 starts. We haven't seen anybody like this guy, maybe since Fernando Valenzuela in 1981. He's 6'6", 250. He throws 102 miles an hour with elite command, and he's the one guy you cannot miss if he's pitching that day. And tonight, he's going to pitch in the All-Star Game. It can't get any better than that.
Timmy, do you have a problem that he goes 1 inning tonight, and then on Thursday, after a 6-pitch 7th inning, when he's mowing Milwaukee down, they take him out with a no-hitter on the line? I mean, that to me, that's what baseball has got a problem with, because that would have been entertaining. That would have captured America if a young kid like that throws a no-hitter in his whatever it was, 10th or 11th start, and yet because of worried about Tommy John, he gets taken out of the game. What's your take there?
Look, I'm 67 years old. I'm even older than you, dog. And back when I was a kid, they would leave people in. We talked about Fernando Valenzuela, his first 8 major league starts, he completed all of them and threw 5 shutouts. I mean, we don't even allow our best players to be great today because we're so careful about protecting them. So, of course, I would like Paul Skenes to have stayed in that game. But I wasn't even surprised that they took him out after 99 pitches because he's their greatest investment, and they cannot allow him to get hurt when we know all pitchers are going to get hurt eventually anyway.
Tim, which slump do you think is more concerning?
Well, all 3 teams have a bit of a concern at the moment, but the Orioles, Yankees, and Dodgers are all going to the playoffs. But I just saw the Dodgers the other day in Philadelphia. I did their game. They are a bat short at the end of their lineup. They are at least 1 starting pitcher short because we don't know when Clayton Kershaw or Walker Buehler are coming back. We don't know what they're going to look like when they do come back. And Yoshi Yamamoto, he's just now starting to play catch. He's not going to be ready until September. I mean, the Dodgers need some help at the trade deadline, and so do the Yankees. The way the Yankees have played for the last month, they need another starting pitcher. They need another bat for their lineup, and the Orioles need another starting pitcher given how many injured pitchers they have. So it's going to be a fascinating trade deadline because really good teams who are on the way to the playoffs are going to go try to bolster their team somehow.
All right, Tim, great seeing you as always. We'll see you very soon.